This is Kim and my co-host.
This is Tommy. Back again.
This is episode 4.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's 4. I know, right?
Wow.
And today our special guest is V. V is actually back again, but this is round 2. It's good. It's okay. It's going to be good this time.
Yeah, I got the practice round
Yeah,
done, so.
exactly.
There you go.
V, I am so excited that you're here. Oh, I'm
Thanks.
so excited you're here with us.
I'm excited to be here.
Right on. So, you want to add anything before we get started?
I got nothing right now, no.
Get ready? You want to say anything before we get started, V? Any
No.
topics you want to talk about?
Not in particular. I mean, I like talking about myself, so.
Okay,
Sweet.
well then let's get started. Me louder?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, we got a series of questions that we ask, and we actually, with this episode, we have a fan question. So that's pretty cool. Our first fan question. So let's get started. KV, name at birth.
My dead name is Fernando Valdez. It was named after my grandpa. And then my dad's last name.
Nice. And how'd you come up with V?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I actually had a lot of thinking when I was trying to decide on my name. And I'm a huge fan of the series of unfortunate events. And one of the characters, Violet Baudelaire, was one of my favorite characters. That, along with there's some poetry that I really like by Charles Baudelaire, the Flowers of Evil, and so that being tied into the series of unfortunate events, like the Baudelaires, really enjoyed all of it. So I was a huge fan of it, and then so I really wanted Violet to be my middle name, and then I had Erilyn as my first name, and that's just the name I used for all my characters and like everything I ever played, and so I was like, well, maybe I'll just take that as like my first legal name.
There you go.
And it was cool. And then V, the shortened version of it, was because of League of Legends, because of Vi, and then also in Spanish, Violet is Violeta, and my mom kept calling me V for short.
Oh, really?
And so I was like, that's perfect, I'll take it.
Nice.
So it's like quite a few little different
Little
things
different things.
that I really enjoyed, and I was just like, yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. Well, I like it how you have so many, meanings behind it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. So, I don't know. I like Vi. I love series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. I love that. So, okay. Sex assigned at birth.
That was male.
Okay. And gender identity.
I identify as female.
Okay. And, I don't know if this really matters. Pronoun.
She and her.
Okay. And age in which you made the change or realized that you identified as a female?
Yeah, I started transitioning quite a bit back. I don't remember exactly what year anymore because it was like such a while back now. But it's been at least 3 years. It was one of those things that I didn't know what trans was or meant. I was raised Catholic, and a lot of things are just not explained to you. Like, it's said a certain way. Like, to me, I knew what, like, hermaphrodite was, but I was explained that that's just how some people are born with both, like, genitalia. And that's as far as, like, the trans section of it that I knew. And so I was kind of really in the dark of it. And then I met some friends up in Oregon that were non-binary, and then they kind of showed me what everything was, especially when they got to know me and we became really close. It was pretty obvious that I was trans, but I just didn't know how to, like, what that meant or identify as.
Right.
But once I realized what it meant to be trans, I was like, oh, that's me. And that's something that I felt I could, like, that's easily identify with since I was a kid. Like, just at a very young age, I always wanted to be like the Pink Ranger and like want to be saved and be the princess and all this.
Nice.
And it's just something that I knew, but once, when you're a kid, it doesn't matter, like, you're just running around, imagination and all that, but once puberty hit, it got really confusing, it got really, like, what the hell's going on, this doesn't make sense. And, took some steps to kind of reverse that. Did some hormone replacement therapy, HRT, and that was really cool, it helped a lot, but I stopped taking a lot of the medication because of my health. There's kind of some downsides to HRT that shorten your lifespan, and I was trying to live longer.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I decided, I got some of the changes I needed, and I just stopped taking those meds for now and do more like physical things, like laser hair removal, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, when you're like doing the hormone therapy, does it gets rid of the hair and everything?
Oh yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, because I already did puberty, so a lot of the changes that are more permanent have already happened.
Okay.
So there's no reversing it completely. But like when I was on HRT, I was on more like female hormones, like estrogen and progesterone, and it helped just do all sorts of magical things. Like my skin was a lot softer. I wouldn't grow as much hair. Like I had a few sessions to get rid of like the big bushiness, and it got to this last one, and then I had to move, so I didn't get to do the last session. So I don't know if you could see from here, but there's still like a little stubble.
A little bit.
And with HRT, none of this would pop up. It'd be completely clear.
Interesting.
Same with the rest of my body. Like my leg hairs wouldn't be as bad. Just no arm hair, like nothing. It would just stop. But now that I'm off of it, it's all growing back.
Interesting.
So now I'm like, now I have to remove it, like for good with
But
all
it's
more
interesting
laser.
that they're like female hormones that would do that because I'm hairy. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, I guess it's a different kind of, definitely.
Yeah, it like grows more with more like testosterone and like it's something that I kind of took for granted when I was on HRT, because I didn't realize how much like smoother and nicer everything was until I got off of it again. I was like, oh yeah, this sucks. Like a freaking werewolf.
So, was it when you were on the HRT, was that like were you saying that was like shortening your lifespan being on?
Yeah. So being on it for a long, like for years, and making kind of more of a permanent change affects a lot of the blood pressure. And I can't remember if it makes it high or low. It's one of the two, but you end up having a lot of issues with that. There's something that that my doctors told me right away. They're like, totally support you. They're wonderful doctors. We want to help you with all this, but I just want you to know, like, these are the like repercussions of like living like this for like longer like years. And yeah, it was some 20 something years that I could possibly lose.
Wow.
And
That's a lot.
yeah, and I went through some shit after some good friends died and everything, and I'm just like, I want to try and live as much as I can.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like got to a point that I was kind of in between a lot of healthcare, what's it called, insurance.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I was trying, because I moved a lot, and so I was between a lot of different jobs, and by the time I settled on insurance, I never went to the doctor to get the hormones set up again, not since I left Oregon. So instead of trying to deal with it, I was just like, I'm good spot here mentally now. Just I'll work on the physical part in my own way. That way I can live longer to be here for the people that are still here.
Nice.
And that's kind of what I decided, but...
Well, we're glad, because we want you around a long time. So with the HRT, when you like were on it and then stopped, did it mess with you like emotionally or anything like that?
Yeah, it was horrible. Honestly, it was just like um, getting my body back to what it was just kind of gross. I don't know how to describe it more than that.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. Um, but because I'd had a kind of experience more of what my body would be like, how I felt like it should have been. It was a little more. Um, I was a bit more accepting of, okay, here are the small differences that I can change, and there's differences that I can't without risking my life.
Yeah.
And so I went with with that mindset. It really helped a lot because going back to it was just it's so gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like it's like kind of like being on vacation, coming back to your house to it be like ransacked and like
Oh.
fucking filled with trash or something.
You're
Like,
like, I feel like this is something. It's my body and not the house.
I want to go back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right. Oh goodness. Any like suggestions to anybody out there who might be wanting to start hormone therapy?
I mean, I think it's a great experience, and just doing the like 3 years that I did was like a huge difference, especially mentally. So honestly, I recommend it, but I do recommend that you talk to your doctors about it. In Oregon, it was a little bit easier because there was no. Some states have some ridiculous laws about having to live as like the opposite gender while not doing hormones, which is just like
Hmm.
I think it's mean.
Yeah.
Like, um, but Oregon, I'm not sure about California. I think California is pretty good with it too. But I know Oregon has, they're ready to help like easily.
Nice.
And
Nice.
and yeah, a lot of insurances cover it now. I'm kind of thinking California does too now. Oregon probably covers more, but um, it's something that I do highly recommend. It, like I said, life changer mentally.
Yeah.
And even though there's some things I couldn't change, you know, the things I was able to change made me a lot happier. And
Yeah. Good.
yeah,
Good.
seek it out. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Science
Nice.
is awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure. Definitely. 'Cause I know people will definitely have like questions about that.
Yeah.
So, next question. Family life growing up?
Growing up, it was very weird. Like I said, very Catholic. So, um, we had it was like very family oriented. But once I got to a certain age, it just went all to hell. It's just like I came out as bi, and that's when um, I got sat down with priests, and I got told I was going to hell, and all these things. Pissed off my parents a lot. Told them I became a Satanist just to piss them off. I was like, well, if I'm going to hell, like, why am I worshiping God?
Feel that. Feel that. I think I did about the same thing, actually.
That's my phone.
But I feel like it's you know, I think we all hit certain like teenage year where we kind of become, you know.
You gotta rebel a little bit.
Yeah, I know I did. I ain't gonna lie. So, but we're not talking about me today. So, did you keep it a secret for a while, or?
So the trans thing, like I said, I was very uninformed for the longest time. So I didn't really know and didn't come out to my family as trans until I found out I was trans. But when I was younger, I think it was 14 when I came out as bi, and my parents lost their shit. That put a giant like rift between me and my parents, and like they were trying to convert me back into to being a normal kid, and just wanted me to stop. And of course, it wasn't happening. I was completely rebelling and doing what I wanted to do, and I felt like I wasn't accepted, and just like they were telling me I was gonna go to hell and be tortured for eternity, and like, well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I didn't really have support from the community,
Right.
and that's when I started making different kinds of friends who were much more into drugs and didn't give a shit about a lot of things. And they were a lot more welcoming, so I was part of that group, and it was how I made my friends. And for the longest time, my parents and I just didn't get along. I know some people get kicked out and stuff. I feel like I was lucky enough not to. I just kind of butted heads a lot of screaming, a few physical fights with my dad, but overall, it was shitty. But I know it could have been worse looking back at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was like I got to college and they stopped giving a shit. I think they got a little bit more accepting of it, and things got easier once I moved away. I moved back in, I think, for a few months, and it was shitty all over again. We were fighting all over again. And I think we realized it was better maybe if we just lived under different roofs, and then we didn't have to fight about religion or sexuality or any of it.
Right.
So we kind of came to terms with that. And then I moved away to Oregon. When I was in Oregon, I realized I was trans. Came out as trans to my parents, and they did not care. They're like, "Oh, that's nice."
They got used to it.
All of a sudden, like we were good. We were on
Everything.
speaking terms. They're like, "You already came out as like."
Yeah.
It was like, "Bye." That was hard. After that, that's fine.
Right. And they, maybe they also had, I'm guessing maybe a change of heart.
Oh yeah.
Open their eyes a little bit more, and
My mom had she had a huge realization about her religion, and didn't really like it anymore for a while, and was like sick of it because she felt like there was a reason why she didn't get to do much of what she wanted to do as like an adult, like she lost her teenage years or younger years because of this religion, and she was kind of angry about it. And yeah, she had a kind of change of heart and view on a lot of things. And she even like came down to Oregon, or came up to Oregon to help me when I did my top surgery. And she was there to help me out.
nice.
It was nice because that's like my mom supported me like, all the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, my siblings, I've had some talks with them, and some of them are trying to figure out what they are, like gender identity. And my mom, from what I hear, has been really helpful with that too.
Nice. That's
So
good.
it's nice to have like supportive people.
Oh yeah, totally, definitely.
And, like my dad is very old school, but he still talks to me, and he's still like, "I love you," and all this.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, I feel really lucky.
Yeah, that's very good to hear, because I know my son's friend, he turned in, did the change and became a woman, and his dad left the family, like completely left him and had nothing to do with him ever again. And I talked to him, I ran into the store, and it's sad, because it's like, how do you just leave your kid and not have anything to do with them, like, ever again? Like, he left the family, his wife, the kid, just everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's so bizarre to me. It's like, so, and your relationship is good now with your dad and everything.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. So, and just a quick question. Because I'm kind of curious, is it okay to, like, if someone says, "Are you transgender?" or do you want, I just like, you're a girl, like, she. What is more comfortable to you? Like, is it okay if people say, "Are you trans?" or?
Yeah. I think the best way is just to ask for pronouns, like by the way, what are your
Right.
preferred pronouns?
Right.
Because then you can know.
Yeah.
And there's some people who don't really present in a certain way, and so if you ask them, then you know. And some
Right.
people are afraid about asking that, but I think like I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't know anyone that's been offended to be asked what pronouns they prefer.
I
Because
remember
it's
that was
always
the
like,
first thing I ever asked you.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like, what are your pronouns?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it makes me feel better because I'm like, oh, they asked and or care enough to ask, you know.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. I just thought about that like the other day with that, because I see you as her, and I don't know if how other people come across or whatever. So.
Yeah, I cut my hair like this, and I started meeting new people. I was like, oh, this is a bad idea.
Like, oh.
You're like, dang it.
Dang.
Gonna have to get some extensions.
Especially with my uniform, it covers
yeah.
everything up.
Yeah.
So,
You're like,
oh
dang
my
it.
god.
I know your pigtails are pretty darn cute. I mean, honestly. So I think we went through like supportive, your parents. Did you get bullied or harassed in school or in public or
Yeah.
anywhere?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Gosh.
It was like people didn't like me because I was Mexican, and then the Mexicans didn't like me because I was bi. So it's
Oh my
just
gosh.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
There's no home base
Jeez.
except for the punk rock emo kids. They're like they don't care.
That's what we're here for.
That right? Seriously.
Like, what's your favorite band? Then we'll judge you.
Yeah, then we'll talk.
We'll be good.
We'll talk.
But yeah, it was awful. There's a lot of like gang violence in my neighborhood too. My little brother got caught up in some of it when he got older, and our house became a what do you call it? They called it a like gang headquarters or something.
Like a
gosh.
trap house type thing, or
I'm not sure. More like a hangout. They
Yeah.
like a well-known hangout.
Oh,
So they
nice.
would come into our backyard, into the garage, which was my room, to look for my brother's friends and like all the shenanigans they were into.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
Cool.
those kids that bullied me. I was like, "How
Oh.
are you friends?" with them?"
Right?
yeah,
Right? Yeah, that's not good.
that's scary. Yeah,
That's very scary. When did like people stop bullying you?
When I took martial arts.
There you go.
fair enough.
Right?
I learned. I was doing martial arts kind of towards the end of high school, and it was when I started working out and training more, and yeah, it became less of an issue because I got less. I mean, I'm already socially anxious, so I didn't want to deal with confrontation at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I also never really got into physical fights. Like any fight I got into was like a friendly wrestling match with friends and stuff, but never anything more than that. And I avoided conflict as much as I could. I just took their shit and kind of kept walking or whatever. Even when they would like physically throw shit at me and taunt me, I was just like, I don't want to confront anyone. It leaves me like feeling even more anxious than I already am.
Mm-hmm.
So I avoided it a lot, and then I started training, and I felt a lot more comfortable. Got more martial arts friends, had like a strong martial arts community where we trained a lot, and yeah, I got way more comfortable, way more confident. I think I shared this story last time too, but there's a kid who was one of my brother's friends that's a little fucking troublemaker, and he was harassing me. And like I finally had enough and like yelled at him, and he came back looking for a fight, and he was like, "Oh, you're talking back to me," sort of thing. And he like went into it like ready to fight me. And he went and kicked me, and I like was in a stance, looked down at my leg, and kind of looked up at him and started laughing. I was like, "Oh, you suck!" Like that was nothing. And so when I laughed, he got really nervous, and he was like, I thought you were someone else, and like I didn't know.
Someone
Yeah.
else. Okay.
He got on his bike and left. And it was like, oh my god.
That's funny.
It was just like all that time I spent trying to run away and not confront people.
Right.
And I'm like, I could have just
Yeah.
stood there and
Yeah.
laughed at him, and they would have been like, oh.
Right. Right.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. But how are you supposed to know?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been always that same way too. Like I hate confrontation, hate anything like that.
Yeah.
Always
It's-
kind of took
Me
shit from
too.
people, and
Yeah.
kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
that's pretty funny though.
Yeah. So martial arts really helped a lot. Ever since then, I've had trans partners and stuff, and whenever it's gone shitty, I've always been the one to get in between them and whoever's causing problems, and learn to de-escalate situations and not be afraid to like stand there. Like that's kind of weird now that I think about it, because that situation kind of helped me with a lot nastier situations where I could de-escalate just by standing there. And it's weird how like just being confident and being like, okay, like not right now, let's just take a breather, and
Yeah.
it helps a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some like chunk too, so that helps too.
Oh, jeez. You're perfect. You look great. So, you want to talk about your sex life?
Sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we want to talk about that. So, we asked for what attracts you to another person sexually and emotionally?
I think most of it comes from just personality. Like, I mean, looks have a factor in it too, but for me, a big portion of it is how they act and how they treat others is like determines how attracted I am. Because you could be like really gorgeous and beautiful or whatever, but be just such a shitty person that it's just like, oh no, thank you.
So, I think all of
I feel like-
you
yeah,
that
this
have
is
been have
every
every single one. And I'm telling you, I must have been a very shallow person when I was younger, because I'm serious. Looks is all I went for. Like, if they weren't hot, never mind.
wow.
Never. I know. And all of you.
Yeah,
so far.
every interview we've done so far has just
Just
been like,
gone
Yeah,
that
well,
way.
personality. It's like,
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
you're telling me that if they're just hot, you're not gonna go after that?
If they're shitty,
If
no.
they're
Oh my gosh.
shitty,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Never mind. I must have
I
been
think that's fair.
It's very fair, and I'm like, I respect that, and I think it's amazing. But I'm like, what was wrong with me? Like a long time,
Nothing.
I mean, it's been a
It's
long
like-
time.
Oh, he's hot and treats me like garbage.
Well,
I'm going after him.
well, I mean, if it was just for a, then then I don't care.
Do the dance and the movie,
Yeah.
get it going. Yeah.
Exactly. Seriously. Okay.
Thanks for the fish. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. I'm just learning a lot about myself too. Tell you what. I mean, it's different, now. Well, I've been married forever, but does gender matter sexually?
No.
Yeah.
Men, women, gender fluid, non-binary. I'm all for it.
No, I call for it. I think it was what turned you on. Is it the same?
I'm kind of a switch, so being dominated and dominating are both hot for me. So, like, just about anything turns.
And so this is the fan question. I think I'm gonna throw it in right here.
Okay.
This is the fan question. This is from Crystal. So, what percentage of married men hit on you, and what percentage of single men hit on you?
That's a good question. I get a lot of married men.
Really?
Yeah. I want to say it's almost like half and half.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I don't know if like they're open or not. Usually, I know one person for sure isn't, and so I'm like, what's this guy?
I think they got.
Also
Okay.
thinking,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you plan on doing the bottom surgery?
So I don't know.
No.
So I got my letters of recommendation from the people I needed to go ahead and start electrolysis. So basically get rid of all the hair down there to do the surgery, because if you don't remove the hair, then it's going to be growing in weird places, and you don't want that.
Right.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay.
they get rid of it with electrolysis, which is like laser hair removal but more extensive. It goes into like the little follicle place and just zaps it out instead of the laser where it just. Actually, I don't know the laser procedure, but
No,
but it's
interesting.
supposed to be better. It takes a little bit longer because they have to stay in that like little follicle longer. But it's more permanent.
Okay.
Um,
That's interesting.
with the like what I did with the laser hair removal, I had to grow it out so that they can catch the hairs with the laser. And if you have darker hair, it's easier. If you have like blonde hair, it's a lot harder for laser hair removal.
Oh, kind of makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, I was ready. There's two different operations. One to like remove the testicles and then do like the full bottom surgery. But there's a new technique that they were doing where they just kind of do it all at once. And I was setting up for that. And then the only problem with that is that if I do bottom surgery, then I do have to take the HRT because I can't
Okay.
be without
Right.
hormones.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see how that would go,
Yeah.
but it probably wouldn't be good
Yeah.
because your body wouldn't be producing its own hormones.
Right. Right.
So it'd probably
makes
be
it kinda
not
rough.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I did bottom surgery, I would have to take the hormones, and that whole life expectancy thing would
Right.
apply.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm just keeping what I got and
Sounds good.
go with that.
And I don't know about the boob thing, because my mom has huge boobs. I got nothing, so I think that's a myth. Yeah.
Do you have any sisters?
No,
No.
but my daughter, then she got some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so totally skipped me.
Because I was like, with Rach, her mom had big boobs. Rach didn't get any, but her sisters did. Her sisters did.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks.
It's like-
Now, my mom's sisters, both of them flat like a board.
Really?
My aunt ended up getting a boob job, but yeah, they were like, yeah, my mom got everything. Oh my gosh. All right, so next question, which do you want to settle down someday? But you had gotten married.
Oh yeah. I've been married twice now. I just got divorced from the second one recently. I think it was like a month ago.
Wow.
Maybe less than that. But she had a kid with someone else, and we got divorced so that they could get married. But the kid is my godson now. So.
Nice, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, when did she have him?
7 weeks ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool. Right on.
Tommy, he's huge. We call him
Tommy?
Tommy the Titan.
That's
Because
nice.
he's like, well, I think like 15 pounds
Oh my
at
gosh.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's a big kid.
that is a
Yeah.
big kid.
My friend's daughter is like 16 pounds at like 8 months.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
15
Tommy
and
the
7.
Titan.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
That big.
That's
That is
insane.
a big kid, man.
Keep joking. I'm like, is he 5 foot? Like already?
Yeah,
Like-
right, right. Oh my gosh, well, that's cool. How exciting!
Yeah.
Yay!
But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disenchanted when it comes to like marriage and love and everything. I also went through some shit, and like I said, my best friend died, and I got a little bit desensitized.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It got really numb.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think I've stopped being as numb. Like I've gotten back into it, like, you know, getting back into the stride of doing what I should be doing to live a good life and like be here for the people that are here.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a part of me is just like still kind of numb. But there's some people out there that have similar experiences, and I've been seeing them like not in any official way or whatever, but we hang out, we enjoy each other's company, and I don't know, we keep it at that for now to not complicate things, and it's nice to have that because it makes me feel not alone, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they experience a lot of similar things, and it's nice to not be alone.
Yeah, it really is.
And Rach is my best friend, even though, like, we got divorced. We got divorced because we weren't, like, romantically good together, but we're best friends, and it's really super easy to be around each other, so we spend time with each other as much as we can. And now that she has a kid, I feel like I can help raise the kid.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
And spoil it.
yeah.
There you go.
And it kind of, I'm sure, gives you more reason to be here, too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. To, spoil the kid.
Spoil them.
Heck yeah. Shoot. Take him places and
all the fun stuff that
Shoot.
It's even fun. Like, I was an uncle for a while. My sister had foster kids.
Oh yeah.
And it was really fun to be the cool uncle that I've always wanted to be.
Right.
Even for the short amount of time that they were around, it was sweet.
Yeah.
So having kids like that in your life is it's special.
For sure.
It's cool.
Yeah. Aunt TV, the cool aunt.
Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Right? Seriously, the
Want
cool
a Nintendo
aunt.
Switch? Here you go.
Yeah, right?
And play this cool video game with me.
Yeah, exactly. And then gives you a good reason to play video games with the kids.
Yeah.
So, dream job or career?
I'm living it.
Okay, there you go. All right. That's all that matters.
That's awesome.
Yeah, favorite music genre?
Oh man, that one's hard. I think alt rock is a little too broad, but is probably my answer.
Oh, I'm there with you.
There's some really cool bands that I've been listening to lately. What was it, like Math the Band? It was
Nice.
really cool. They have like some like it reminds me of like video game sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Like the 8-bit that they play along with like punk as music, so it's just like awesome. But I went to UCI for classical guitar, so I got a wide range of all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, just about anything, but I think punk and alternative rock are
You like
my favorite.
You like folk punk too, right? I remember
Yeah.
us talking about that.
Yeah,
You
I
like
think
Days and Days
yeah.
and like Wingnut Dishwasher.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
It was like the first time, like, you know them too? I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
No, let me give you that ride home one
yeah,
time.
that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, is this? It's like,
Yeah.
Your favorite season?
Autumn.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Fall.
Everyone.
Yep.
Everyone but David has said fall.
I know.
It's really fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That threw me.
Yeah.
That threw me. I'm
No,
like,
me
oh.
too. I was listening back to that audio. I'm like, what?
What? Like, what did you just say? No. Do you like the holidays? If so, which is your favorite?
Holidays. Halloween.
Halloween.
Usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like dressing up, so any excuse I get to.
It is
Yeah.
fun.
I think
know.
that's part of why I like my job too, because I kind of dress up. Like...
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you got a uniform.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Uniform.
like practicality to it, but also
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Get your uniform on. So, a celebrity crush?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
We
really?
talked about this. Yeah.
Mm.
Because
I'm there with you.
he's super sweet.
He is super sweet.
Like good looking. So
Yeah.
he's just like
Yeah, he is good looking.
so perfect.
Got that
Yeah.
accent.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
He's just the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like all his fan interactions are just amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Yeah.
I didn't know
that makes such a huge difference. Like personality.
Yeah. I saw an interview with him when he was doing Wolverine and what it took to like get him to be mad. So it just took, like everything to get him to be like mad. Like I could see that. So, if you could say one thing to the world, what would it be?
One thing to the world.
And everybody out
Oh.
there.
be more empathetic.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are dealing with shit that you don't know about. You never know what someone's going through, and
It's
I know right now everything's very political, and when it's political, it's very right versus left. But honestly, there's a lot in the middle. Like, it's not so black and white, and I think we need to think about that sometimes. Um, but yeah, you never know what someone's going through, and it's always nice when someone's there to lend a hand. So why not lend a hand?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we both agree. Definitely. And everybody should agree.
Yeah,
Oh.
hope so.
What one question would you like to ask me or Dami or both of us?
I'm not sure.
So I feel like this is a question that we should like tell the people before the interview so that they have time to think about it. Because it's like we always put them right on the spot. And it's like, oh, shit, they never know what to ask us.
But I did. No question?
Oh, I can't think of one.
Anything you want to ask? That's okay. You don't have to ask us anything.
I'm coming to blank. I'm sorry.
It's
It's
okay.
all good.
It's
All
okay.
good.
You don't have to ask us anything. So,
On that note,
I guess
then,
that's it.
Yeah.
We're done. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thank you, V, so much.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on,
you
V.
so much for having me.
Oh, heck yeah. No, we'll have to come back again maybe sometime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right. Everybody have a great day.
Cut.